Who needs to win more, the Cowboys or the Chiefs?
Oh, the Chiefs, most certainly. Chiefs. I give it to you like this. These Dallas Cowboys are surging. These Dallas Cowboys are showing themselves how great they can be, and they're having a great year. It's not the same in Kansas City, right? Let's just be real. People are having conversations of regression with Patrick Mahomes, and people are looking at this team as it's on a roller coaster ride. So if the Cowboys come out in this game, and let's just say they take a L, Cowboys could call this growing pains because you still know that the arrow's pointing up. But let's talk about what the Chiefs are going to look like, and let's talk about what the Chiefs are going to feel if this doesn't go right. Right now, the Chiefs are feeling real turbulence. We've all been on the airplane before, and I'm not talking about that little bump like, oh, I may have spilled my water because it was filled to the rim. I'm talking about real turbulence, like when the bottom drops, and you're like, ooh. And I don't care how gangster you are, how strong you are, your heart rate's at 200 right then. I've been on a couple flights like that before where you start thinking about your loved ones, right? So in this situation, these are the Kansas City Chiefs. Real turbulence. How about this? The Chiefs used to fly high, winning the Super Bowl. And then last year, not as high. We go to the Super Bowl. We don't score a touchdown. We butt naked in the game, don't give up nothing. Then this year, we're one game over 500. And dare I say, if they lose this game, guess what? That's 5 losses for Patrick Mahomes. That would be the most losses for a Patrick Mahomes team since he's been in the NFL. That's called turbulence, y'all. That's called, panic time. And that's what the Chiefs are facing right now. Not no growing pains, not like, oh, you know what, this is just a hiccup, but real turbulence. So they better get this game because they need this game.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around Marcellus sitting in the big chair on a flight just drinking water.
Hey, I was on a diet. Tito's and water, please. Tito's and water. Double Tito's, too.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Marcellus. It's Chiefs, Chiefs, Chiefs. And it's really simple. It's just the mathematics. I mean, you look at where they are in the division. They're a half a game ahead of the Chargers. They can't afford to lose any more games. They've got 4 of their last 7 games against division opponents. The Cowboys are playing with house money.
There you go.
They don't have to worry about the division. And if you look at the rest of their schedule, even if they lose this game, they can make it up on the back end. As Marcellus pointed out, this is a Chiefs team that is still trying to find its way. And I made this mention about the Patriots, about quality wins. The Chiefs haven't beaten anybody of note either. They need that win that demonstrates that they really are among the elite in the league at this point. So it, without question, is the Chiefs at this point needing this win. Cowboys trying to find their way. And let me put it this way. This is the simplest way to put it. If the Cowboys, it always comes down to what's at stake. Not what do you gain from winning, but what's at stake if you lose.
There you go.
Well, if the Cowboys lose, it hurts their Super Bowl chances. It hurts their chances of having a first-week bye or having the best record in the NFC. If the Chiefs lose this game, it hurts their chances of making the playoffs. So there's 2 different things at stake here. And the one for the Chiefs is far greater than the one for the Cowboys.
Well, guys, we all agree it's the Chiefs this weekend that have the most pressure. That's fine. We can agree on things. This is America. We can find some things to agree on, right? Well, at least we can all agree on the Chiefs.
We can say that.
The pressure this weekend. Plus, they're at home. This is a game, if you are a serious contender, you should win. Yes, the Cowboys are a real team this year. We all still kind of feel a little hesitation when we start talking about the Cowboys in the playoffs, but we know what they're doing in the regular season, and they should be commended for it. They are a legitimate team. They have real wins, and the Chiefs, as you mentioned, Marcellus, have had a bit of a turbulent season. Are they starting to overcome it? Certainly offensively, but I think all of us sort of held back about, declaring the Chiefs over when it came to the offensive side of the ball, and they have pretty much gotten it together. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is second in passing touchdowns, second in passing yards this year, 4th in passing yards per game. We know what that man can do, and we all kind of had faith he was going to get it together. But he doesn't play the other side of the ball. That's the side of the ball that I'm concerned about. And in this game particularly, it's what could be exposed. Now, the Cowboys defense, which is playing much better this year, is going to be without Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence this weekend. So that is something that they're going to be without. We know what Patrick Mahomes can do. But when the Chiefs' defense is on the field, are they going to be able to do anything with that Cowboys offense, which is also playing well and has been playing well consistently? The Chiefs' defensive ranks this year, I mean, tied for 29th in the turnover margin, tied for 30th in sacks with 14, so they're not going to get to Dak Prescott. We know that. Defensive passing yards per game, 23rd. Penalties, 23rd. Defensive yards per game, 26th. The defensive side of the ball is what's struggling for the Chiefs. Are they going to be able to get it together? I think this is a game at home, marquee game of the weekend. The Cowboys are rolling into the town. If the Chiefs' defense can give a good performance, I think a lot of the anxiety, a lot of the turbulence will be steadied in Kansas City. I think the Cowboys win this game, but this is the game, despite the 3-game winning streak that the Chiefs are on, that they really need to win to establish themselves in the AFC. And also, as you mentioned, Rick, they really kind of can't afford to lose this game. So this is a very serious game for the Chiefs, and the pressure is on them. They're the ones that really need to win this game this weekend.
Yeah, pressure's on the Chiefs. That cabin pressure's dropping because the bottom is out on that plane because of that turbulence. And even if they win, you still don't feel good about this team fully. You know why? Because they're so far away from their destination. Let's talk about the dynasty that was supposed to be in Kansas City. See, everyone's focusing in the here and now in terms of the regression or the roller coaster ride. But as I pointed out earlier, and we'll highlight once again, you go from winning the Super Bowl to appearing in the Super Bowl but no touchdowns to now flirting with 500. That is far from the destination, and it certainly is not dynastic. That's the problem that I'm trying to express. Let's look at their schedule right here, because if they go out there and lose this game, this is how their recent history now will sound. Y'all got smoked by the Tennessee Titans. Then all of a sudden, you play the Giants and barely win off of an offsides penalty, and that game went down to the wire. You beat the Green Bay Packers by 6 points with Jordan Love and the family sitting in the nosebleeds. And then you boat raced the Raiders, but the Raiders were obviously being undermined and distracted by real-life issues and also racist emails from 10 years ago, all that kind of stuff. Like, that doesn't sound like a team full of confidence that's going to stabilize this cabin pressure that Joy and I are talking about. So what are the Chiefs right now? I think the Chiefs are full of potential. If you told me in February at SoFi, I'm not going to the game, so if I get some tickets, I'm selling them. But if the game is Kansas City Chiefs and any other NFC team that's a contender, I'm like, yeah, because they have that type of energy, that type of potential. They can do that. The problem is they can't activate that with confidence, and that's what drives coaches crazy. Can we replicate our performances? Can we get into our groove and be consistent? That's why I'm so high on the New England Patriots. I know they're going to come out with that tight glove, and you may not be amazed at what you see until it hits you in the mouth. With the Kansas City Chiefs, a little too hot, a little too cold for me, and certainly not consistent enough.
It's crazy how we just had a segment about who the best team in the AFC is, and we didn't mention the Chiefs once in that conversation for good reason. And you guys bring up some really great points, which is this: if the Cowboys win, the Cowboys win. Doesn't matter how they win, they win. They keep going in the same direction. We don't change our view of who and what they are. The Chiefs can't just win. They have to win a certain way. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes and Dak Prescott, who's the better quarterback right now? That, as of, I don't know, certainly going into the season, but that wouldn't even be a point of conversation. It would be Patrick Mahomes. Right now, there's a little bit of a question. Who's really the better quarterback? We know who can be the better quarterback, but as far as who's playing the best right now, I think that's a subject that deserves conversation, or is certainly open to conversation. So, because of all the things that Joy pointed out, the defense and even the efficiency of the offense, the Chiefs can't just win this game against the Cowboys to prove a point. Like, Patrick Mahomes has to demonstrate that he's the better quarterback in the game. They have to play with some of that resilience and excellence that we've seen in the past that led to appearing in Super Bowls. That's what the Chiefs need to demonstrate in this game. It can't just be they won because they're at home and because the Cowboys are missing a couple of key pieces. It has to be, they have to show us that they are the Kansas City Chiefs of old. And that's why it is far, far more important. Not just that they win, but that they win in a certain fashion that suggests that they are getting back to the Chiefs that we once knew.
Yeah, I love the fact that you focused in on their leader and Patrick Mahomes. Just think about this. Before the season, Patrick Mahomes was the favorite to win the MVP. Now he has the 8th best odds. And then Dak was the 5th favorite. Now he's 3rd place. He's moved up. Patrick Mahomes has moved back. That just tells the story that Slick was just talking about. And then, let's get back on this plane one more time, y'all. I got a private, you know what I'm saying? We about to go do this thing, right? And we got this cabin pressure. Oh, God, we dropped turbulence.
We're not drinking water, though.
Hey, I'm just trying to be good on public display. You know what I got, Slick, under that seat, that heat. So here's the thing. So we're going through this turbulence, and this is so true. Tell me if I'm wrong. All of a sudden, it stabilizes. Oh, smooth. And everyone there is still apprehensive until one thing happens. This is your captain speaking, and he needs to explain what just happened, right? Because if you don't hear anything from the captain, you're like, yo, what the hell was that? And then if he comes on just like, hey, everybody, all good, you're like, okay, but what just happened? We need Patrick Mahomes, like you said, Slick, not just to win, because that's just like, all good. No, we need you to come out there and smash a great team right before our very eyes for everyone to finally feel the calm and the relief that the Chiefs may be back.